Hey guys, it's Jeff here. And I just got done watching this absolute horrible piece of shit fest. It's supposed to be a horror movie called The Fourth Kind, starring Milla Jovovich. I knew nothing about it going in, really at all. I didn't even know she was in it. I don't remember the previews. I remember seeing trailers for it and going, "That looks stupid," but I don't remember anything about the trailers. I assumed it had something to do with like aliens, right? Which it does. That's the fourth kind is alien abduction. This story, God, like Mila Jovovich is a psychiatrist whose patients like all keep having like these weird visions. And like when she hypnotizes them, they remember something terrible happening in the night, and they freak out. And it's alien abductions. It's not much to it, and this is just a really bad movie. Um, it's one of those movies with the gimmick where it tries to be real, like or it's trying to pass itself off as something that's true or based on truth. Usually, when they do these with horror movies and stuff, it's like a first person story where someone's carrying a camera and you're watching what they caught. And I like those types of movies. I love Blair Witch Project. I like Cloverfield. Some of them are okay, like Paranormal Activity. That was just okay, but it sure as hell beats this, which this starts out with Mila Jovovich walking up to the camera saying that she's Mila Jovovich and she's an actress. And she's playing the part of psychiatrist Abigail Tyler, who's supposedly real. And then, like, so the movie is meant to be a dramatization of something real that happened, but they have all this real audio and footage. The real audio and footage is fake also. That's also actors, but it's supposed to be real. It's supposed to, like, I don't know, man. It's a really bad choice, really misguided, really amateurish writing and directing from the same guy. I don't even know how to say his name, but really bad. Like what was he thinking? Like there's literally like parts in the movie like where like something will be happening and it'll be like split screen. So like on one side of the screen you'll see Mila Jovovich or whoever or one of her patients that's freaking out while under hypnosis. You'll see them freaking out. And then on the other side it's like a camera footage of the actual person freaking out. Like why? It's so fucking bad. A lot of the big like scares, the movie's not scary at all. A lot of the big scares like they'll happen just on the archival footage, the archival real footage, and when like the scary stuff happens, it gets all staticky and it doesn't pick anything up. And just like why? Someone explained to me how that's like a smart movie making there. I don't get how this movie got made. Who said, "Oh, that's a good idea"? It's almost like this director or writer like had money or something and decided, "Fuck it, I'm making this movie." Um, and to me, like, there's something wrong about it because there are people that believe that they get abducted by aliens and shit. There's lots of people that believe that, and to hear have this like the story center on a psychiatrist who also believes that is kind of fucked up. It's kind of stupid, and then like at the same time, the scarier thing is why do people believe that they're getting abducted by aliens? Something's wrong with their lives that they have to create that fantasy or that nightmare. Like they must be like running from something way worse that's real. That's where the horror is here, not this bullshit. Oh my god. and like basically nothing happens. Nothing's solved for us by the end. Is it aliens? I don't know. I guess maybe nothing happened, so who really cares? Like, yeah, there's things that happen, but like with the main, there's no discoveries are made. They try to throw a twist in at the end, and I'm gonna give away like spoiler here because don't watch this movie. You're wasting your time. You're better off just listening to what happens here. But like spoiler, at the end, you find out that like the doctor's like, half crazy or whatever, or she is crazy, and she's been repressing the memory. So it's like, then it does approach reality almost that like whatever. Anyway, it's just like she finds out, or you find out that like her husband, who's been dead the whole movie, who wasn't in it, like she's a widow. Like she's said the whole time that he was murdered. Of course, you never hear how he was murdered, or maybe you did. I just stopped paying attention. But you find out that he wasn't murdered. He committed suicide. So she's nuts. She's like repressed the memory. But what bearing does that have on all this other shit that's happened? Like, it has nothing to do with anything. That's not a twist. It's just stupid. The whole thing is like it wants to be this like really smart, probably like my videos here. It wants to be like this interesting, smart, like fucking horror movie, but it's just really amateurish and misguided. That's misguided is the word I use to describe this movie. Just bad. What was he thinking? Yeah, okay, so her husband actually killed himself. You have all this supposed archival footage of people like levitating and their faces going, oh, which by the way, ooh, so scary. Someone going like, so what? So what if she's crazy? You apparently have all this evidence that she's not, and they even say that then. She's like, you believe whatever you want, but all this stuff happened, and the director's actually in the movie interviewing her. He's like, yes, it appears that this stuff did happen. Yeah, so then who gives a fuck if she thought her husband was murdered? Who cares? What bearing does it have on anything? How did her daughter, how did people get abducted and disappearing? Is it aliens? Is it the government? That's another thing I'm reading the description for. It's like, oh, it's the government. Like, there's maybe the government's involved. And I was like, I didn't catch any of that in the movie. There's an asshole cop who's a fucking idiot. Maybe I missed that. I honestly, there's like portions of it I'm like texting and fucking twittering and because it sucks, man. It's really fucking stupid. Just really poor choices on the fundamentals of it. Like just to make it half like a dramatization. And there's like the beginning and the end where like Milla Jovovich talks to the camera, and at the end the director talks to the camera too, and it's like a PSA, like you know, so many people think they're abducted by UFOs each year. Like what the fuck? It's so bad, man. You just gotta be so dumb to make something like this. And oh god, man. So yeah, it's just really terrible. There are no scares in it. Any scares there were have been censored, and it doesn't go anywhere. It leads to a really the whole thing is unsatisfying, but there's just nothing good to be found in here at all. You have one decent actor, Elias Codius, or I don't know if I said his name right. Hopefully I did, but he's just wasted. Milla Jovovich, what does she have to do? Well, she's not very good at acting. Just big thumbs down. This is one of the worst movies I've seen in years in any genre. Unbelievably dumb. It's almost like so like you gotta see it because it's so bad. But like most people don't have time in their lives for that. They want to spend their time watching a good movie, so I can't recommend it at all. 1 star because it's technically still a movie out of 5.